Hi, this is John from Bear Bull Traders, and I wanted to discuss my best and worst trade for 22 July 2021. As always, if you could like this video or subscribe to our channel, we really do appreciate that. My worst trade today was on Facebook. This was a high day break trade where the high day was 347.06 and the volume at entry was 1 million shares. Our vol was about 70%. Not really excited for any high day break stocks this morning. Could kind of tell this might not be my environment, so I was aware of that and tried not to let it, try not to be impatient and let things work out. We'll see if I did that here. I did like the high day near a dollar level and the pre-market high. So the dollar level is 347, which is also exactly the pre-market high. See the high day sitting right near that, near this magenta line. So that's a good thing. Pre-market high is a good breakout area. Facebook was mostly following the market though, up until I took the entry on this trade. So you can see Facebook opened green, sold off red, came back up. The SPY did the exact same thing. And in fact, they turned around in about the exact same spot, almost to the minute. And I did not have a good 1 minute volume profile for entry. Really had like descending stairs before it popped a bit on my entry candle. And some of the volume here that makes up this pop in volume is going to be the liquidity sitting at 347. So you have to take that into account, although it did eat through it. But this could have looked better. But the thing is, it's also tough to get the white stepped upstairs that you like to see this early in the morning. So it's a bit of a judgment call. The SPY was trending in my direction, but like I said, these things were trending with each other down and up. So it's hard to say how much that was a good thing. Am I trading this Facebook alone, or am I kind of trading the overall market? Took an entry at 346.98, which is a nice entry below the dollar level. So maybe if there is a pop, I'm going to catch it. Wanted a 50% partial above 348 or at or above R3. So R3 is about 348.11. What I was really hoping to do is get some movement, break 348, and then get as much as I could on a pop, and hopefully that would have actually been above R3 a little bit, but never quite got there. Got to move to 347.77 on the sale, and then it came back down and it was all out at 347.03. My best trade was on Facebook. This was a high day break trade where the high day was 347.84. Volume at entry was about 2 million shares, and our vol was still sitting around 70%. So second attempt on Facebook for the day. Saw some interesting resistance setting up around 347.80 in that area. You can see here 347.77, 84, and 83. These three attempts to kind of get through this level that it all failed. And it sold off once again and was making another attempt. And so what I liked was it looked like we had enough room between the high day and R3 that we could play around a little bit. If R3 was sitting very close, below 348, closer to where this resistance was, I wouldn't want to trade up into it because price can often fail there. But I think we had enough room. We had about 30 cents, so enough to play with as much as Facebook was moving. It was moving kind of slow. Had to be aware of a 347 rejection as well. So there you're talking about 20 cents maybe between your entry and where it could reject, not off R3, but off the dollar level. Excuse me, that should say 348 rejection, not 347. So fingers on the hotkeys to get out for sure. But again, the movement of Facebook, not very volatile. I felt like I had room to think. The 1 minute volume profile, again, not great, but a good increase on entries. So you can see it's actually stepping up just a smidge here, nothing worth mentioning. But then on my entry, the volume picks up a bit. And that's worthwhile to note because it's not on a dollar level break. There's not like there's any big liquidity. Even at near the high of day, there really wasn't anything on the L2. So like some interest was stepping up and buyers were coming in. The SPY was pretty much neutral to the trade. It had been trending up, then it had gone sideways. On each 1 minute candle, every dip is bought back up. That's a good sign. But really, I'm not thinking it's affecting my trade too much at this point. Took an entry at 347.79, and I had this in my direction immediately, which is nice. I never had to feel bad about this trade. It just took off, but very slow. On a good day on Facebook, I'd love to move a dollar and in 3, 4, 5 candles, but this just took a long time to get going anywhere. But the good news was it never pulled back on me either. I took 50% off near 349 at 348.90, so at near that dollar level. What I actually let it do was break 349, which it did, and I wanted to see perhaps if it would not look back and make a run to 350, the big important level up at 350, also back up above R4 at 349 348.78. So it got above 349, started to come back down, so I took some off at 348.90. And then honestly, as slow as this was moving, I really wanted to hold out for 350, but it just didn't seem like it wanted to go, and I just wanted to lock in some profit for the day because this looked like it was going to be a hard day to make money. So I got all out at 348.79. Turns out in the end, this never came back down to break even before it did go up and make a move to 350, so I could have held out for more. But tough to say that's going to happen after all this time. High day break should happen kind of fast, and at this point, I'm just kind of feeling like I'm trading more random price action than I'm trading a high day break and a momentum trade anymore. So that's the best and worst for today. Hope you liked this video. If you want, drop a comment below and we can discuss it, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.